Satan, Iblis, all of these, whatever, are blocking me. They are blocking me. They won't let me tell you. Why am I the only damn person on YouTube who has been orating for days on end? I came from having tens and thousands and hundreds of thousands of impersonations elsewhere to the point of millions. How do I go from that? How do I go from that to this? They are blocking me. They are blocking me. They will only allow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I put a picture up, maybe, up to 40, 50 views, and that's only because of the damn picture. That's it. It's not because they can get to the message. They won't let them get to the message. They won't let them do it. They won't let you do it. It's not that Allah doesn't want you to hear this. It's because I'm in their turf. I'm on their turf. YouTube is their turf. Facebook is their turf. Anything that's a part of the system is their turf. The only way they can't get to you, no matter how much, they want to knock you down, is if you walk. And you walk with boards, or if you walk and you preach and you get to people and you come across people and you are giving them the word. That's the only way it could be done. Not through this internet, this net, this trap, this jal, this ad-jal system. It's not going to happen. But if you're wondering how to fight these beasts, these armies of the Jals, this is how you do it. Even the one that says it's a Muslim and is out there creating fitna in this dunya, you take the book and you show it to them and you tell them whatever you are learning is from a different ilah compared to the true ilah, the one true God, where he says, and tell the believers to forgive them until the day the last, for mercy is better than justice. For your court is not the court of the dunya. Your court is the court of Allah. That is your court. So you don't kill somebody. You don't do that knowing if they were innocent or if they were set up or if they truly are somebody that could have changed. And guess what you did? You took that opportunity and sent them off to hell. And guess what you did? You took yourself to hell with it too. And those of you whom take on to usury, it is not only the person who is giving out usury that will be the greater of the criminal, but you too, because you are asking to be supplied, and because you demand it, they supply it. And it is the same thing with non-halal food. You demand it, they supply it. It is because of your demands that everything that is against the commandments of the Lord are being broken. It's because you're demanding it and they're supplying it. Because you have no knowledge. And you know why you have no knowledge? It is because you are distracted and you just don't care. And because you don't care and you are distracted, you will be the disbeliever. And when you get there, don't ask him that God didn't tell you so. Because he did, but you were distracted. And that's the description of the people of Jahannam. Verily, the two, most interesting groups, those who were distracted and those who disbelieved. So do you want to be that person amongst the majority? Do you even want to take a chance to be a part of that majority? We are talking about the majority since mankind. We are talking about the majority since mankind was created. What are your chances? What are your chances that you're not going to go to Jahannam? You better take every chance that you have. And you better, if you are a believer and you don't want to go to Jahannam, if you believe that if you're a firm believer that there is a Jahannam, that there is an Allah, that there is a God, right? That's only if you believe. And you don't want to find out till last minute. Right? Then you start repenting now. Because even when you get to the book, it says, and those who always prostrate. And I don't want to determine you by telling you of my own. I go on to read 5-6 salahs. And then a day like today, when I get the news that my spouse is divorcing me and had already filed the papers, I missed out on tahajjud. And it is past, I believe, Fajr. I was able to pray the 4 or 5 times prior to for the day before 12 o'clock. But, what is there to really say? I'm just doing the most important task I was ever given by the Lord, and it just happened to be today. I got the inspiration, and in the same hand, I got the receival of the confirmation that the paperwork for the divorce had also been placed. Irrelevant, not to take this end of my life over and into this portion of my purpose of life. But my purpose was also to try and also protect my family. Because if the one who was supposed to protect my family wasn't doing it, I was second in charge. And I had to become first in charge. And I was trying. And I tried. And I tried. And I tried. And in the end, I just let it go. So with a great heart, wow, 2015, lost my mother, lost my brother, lost my other brother, lost my father. Prior to that, gave up my career for Islam, gave up finances for Islam, gave up my fame, my friends. I gave up even my shelter with my family. And now I'm about to lose this shelter. and food and finances. But Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And verily, I had everyone, and I thought I did. When everyone was there to listen. But Allahu Akbar, my Lord told me, before all of this, before the judgment day, before the appointed time, that nor your mother, nor your father, nor your spouse, nor your children, I don't have children, will be there for you on that day. And thankfully that I'm seeing this day before my appointed time. And Allahu Akbar, for the pain that I have endured. Allahu Akbar, for the pain that I'm about to endure. And you know what? They know that when they had done that to me, how their lives turned out to be. When they tried to attempt to ruin my marriage, their marriage, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from before had already planned, because that's Allah. Allah is the best of planners. And they set themselves up for it. That was their deeds. And they destroyed their own marriage. And this one, while he was trying to take away things from me, and Allah told him not to do so, and he knew he wasn't supposed to do that. His phone broke. His laptop parts are missing. His whole entire car broke down. Prior to that, this one went homeless, sleeping in a car. Completely ruined his life on drugs. And as soon as he does this to me, Allahu Akbar, even this man, I know what my Lord had shown me. And astaghfirullah, because I still pray for them. And I still pray for everyone. No matter what I say to the one person that hurt me the most in this dunya, my spouse, no matter what is said to him, between him and I prayed. First time around, I prayed. The second time around, I prayed for 9 months. 6 times a day. And I never let go of my salah that time. 6 times a day. I made dua for a man who took me to the brinks of murdering me. And he's about to do it. This man looked like a transvestite when he first came into my life, and I didn't even realize it because he deceived me, telling me that this man of the deen. He was only and only he was beastly. I did everything in the planet to turn this man around. And I did, physically, externally. But I couldn't change this man internally. Allah said, verily, you cannot change the one that you love the most in this dunya. This man, even though I tried to make him look like a man, he couldn't be a man. He couldn't be a man. I saw hell. I was in hell when I was with him. And even as I was with him, I was in hell. And even though if he thinks he can attempt to put me in the hell of this dunya, I can tell you one thing. And everything was barricaded. Army was everywhere due to the attacks that had happened from the T words that same or the evening before. And nobody could get to the ground floor. Everyone was being diverted to the second or the third. And I asked my Lord, and I said to him, my Lord, today is a Friday. And I said, before I had even stepped out, when I had a fever, and my intent was to do a nice umrah with a nice intention to kind of show the intention of how to get it done to my spouse. I asked him, I said, my Lord, I have a fever. And even in the busiest of days, in the busiest of months, in the most unbelievable of times, on that day, I asked Allah, please let me enter to do or go around the mataf when it is the least busiest.